The legendary chapter master of the Greyknights is trapped by a demonic curse to stay in the realm of the warp energies, where he continues his eternal struggle, uncorrupted and indomitable. Yet, there are occasions where the immaterium and reality merge and Draigo can cross the boundary and help his brothers in their continuous fight against the abominations of chaos. In our case, Kaldor Draigo crossed through a JOYTOY box, which does not appear to be much different from the others, but we know that appearance can be tricky. Let's open the portal. The box is quite in line with all others, and it's plastic blister. I only own Voldus, but Draigo appeared too cool to skip. I love their engraved armors and decorations that Grey Knights use. By default he has an helmet at the head, but I want the bare head for, rule of cool. The rest of the equipment looks very cool also, with a banner, a shield and a huge power sword. I confess that one thing that really appealed to me was also the abundance of bolts across the armor. In my opinion, they contribute a lot to the armor look and feel. It is something that I prefer to plain and sleek armor plates. The soft cloak has more decorations on the internal side. It is just plain white on the external side, but these Grey Knights are quite obscure, so our Kaldor probably has his good reasons for that. There is a nicely sculpted book attached to the hip, a spellbook, and the legs have the classic Terminator style, but in this case they seem thicker than the skinny Terminator legs used for all Terminators like the Ultramarines and Blood Angels variants. The helmeted head is quite cool with these eyes painted in metallic blue, and it has enough articulations for posing despite the armored hood. Pauldrons have other engravings, but no inking for the recesses whatsoever, another striking difference compared to Voldus. Again, another strange stylistic choice, a deliberate cost-cutting measure, or just an error in manufacturing. Lot of tubings around the arms that are all in metal grey. Give us back our blue shades, please. So the armor is a bit of hit and misses, but the impression is mostly positive. Looking at articulations, the pauldrons are a stopper for any T-pose, but you have 360 degrees rotations without any problem. Legs have double joints, and the new knee joints are more pleasant to the eyes and can move backward without any problem. Every time that I look at these engravings in the armor, I can't stop asking why they did stop putting some inking inside them. Draigo is one of the figures that have a banner to be installed on the backpack. It is quite cool, with even some highlights and many decorations. It is quite thick, it has some scrolls, I guess, on the backside, and it has a decent look on the front. It is a very nice piece of armor. There is a square hole on the back to connect it, and then you are done. Easy peasy. Getting to the alternative head, that I already had planned to use, I think it is quite cool, even if it is not as nicely made as Voldus. Still a very good one. And here it is, with its new look. The shield follows the Grey Knight style guide, lot of engravings, inscriptions and purity seals. On the back, the always present bolts, the handle and the power cable that you will need to connect to the hole near the shoulder joint. Time to put everything together and see some posing. Starting with the classic use of the Stormbolter installed on the arm because, slicing is cool, but blasting enemies from distance is less of a problem when you need to clean your armor up. Titan sword is a nemesis power sword that traces back its origin to the Horus heresy. But we don't care about that, we only care that it looks amazing with those purple shades. And when you start posing him fully armed with it, you may be tempted to feel sorry for the chaos abominations, but only for a few seconds. Since I always talked about comparing him with Voldus, it is time to meet the Grandmaster, another great character figure in this line and a favorite of mine. I like how they look belonging to the same faction, but yet they have very different from each other. Voldus with his thunder hammer and different terminator armor, and Draigo with power sword and shield, both with amazing greyknight style, even if you pay attention you can notice that Voldus' armor has those subtle blue shades lacking from Draigo. Anyway, these rich decorations makes even Brother Davinas, a terminator from the Blood Angels chapter, look like a pleb compared to them. But since Draigo is so focused on destroying chaos everywhere and at every time, let him face the Crimson Slaughter sorcerer in terminator armor in an epic duel. We can easily guess how this will end, but let's give them a few seconds to look at each other in the eyes and then fulfill their destinies. So, would I advise you to get him? If you are a Grey Knight fan, then this is a resounding yes. If you are also looking for a unique character, then he is the chapter master, even if I personally still prefer Voldus, which also has better painting. So in the end, which one of the two you want to pick? It really depends on your tastes. Having said that, let me know your choices. Have a nice rest of the day, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.